Nya sian, nya dagi electric scooty. Mat ikalawe jong yar shaka. One shot Quincy waters damping Shillong. Pat kaliang no shaka eight hamukagas. Kasor ka jylla mentagas ngi ling bakatanat puli puthi. Klalo migi SEO nagabenta ban Kyntiew Kyrdan yaki secondary school jaki kenhon bamde sorkar. Kanang ban laban Pdiang yikitu kibapa psychometric ni Klas 10 dangshen. U Deputy Secretary Katanat Puli Puthi ka jylla, uba bante lang je kharsandi, ulo ang sorkar ka don tang sauli ki secondary school, ki bampat Kyntiew Kyrdan chaka high secondary, hindray kini kim padlaban Pdiang class, yaki bapas class 10, bad ka don kami ki school bamde sorkar ro makin Kyntiew Kyrdan. Ulo ang makajyalang kalaythir hakabala batha yaki DSEO ban yaki admission form nagabenta ki judging puli ni stream baper shabaro ki school ki bakwa ban Kyntiew Kyrdan. Hadin balayo ika jingken, yaka jingdon ki kana, kibakwa banjit yaka lain ban puli. Hidi SEO kin sa Phah siya katanat puli puti, kanang bantip lakadon kam na ban Kyntiew Kyrdan yaka nuko school. Kumjuro ang makasorkar kan sa X-Men bantong nongikay, hadin balayo yaka jingken, yaka jingdon ki kana kibakwa ban puli yaka nuko lanjing puli. Uba bantay lang loong ba, katanat puli puti kan sa Phah pat siya kasorkar, makan siyong jylang ban siyem yaka rai. Ulo ang bale kren ruban play ka morning section kanang ban penlaban Pdiang yaki kanag bapa psychometric hockey class 11 padhalor kani ki DSEO kin sa Phah ka jinglum jingken cha ka sorkar kadkum ka jingong uba bantay lang ulo ang baka jings dang ban hikay ni ban play class kanlong hakashitarek ujilyo.
A meeting with all the DSEOs regarding the class 11 admissions. So today we had a very elaborate discussion and many points were discussed with them. So the first point was with regards to the upgradation of the 4 government secondary schools into high secondary schools. So that will be taken up by the government. So over and above that also we had discussed 2 other issues. Number 1 is with regards to the intake capacity. So we had instructed all the DSEOs to actually supply the admission forms for different streams in which all these respective institutions want to upgrade. So in accordance with that, depending on the response from the students, then the DSOs will actually take a call on whether the proposal for introduction of new streams in the existing institution needs to be done or not. So accordingly, we've taken feedback from all the DSOs, and some of the DSOs had also spoken about the number of students that they are anticipating. So accordingly, many of the DSEOs have actually, supplied the admission forms, and they believe that by now they would have a rough assessment of the students that would come to their colleges or the institutions. So in accordance with that, we have decided that, taking into consideration the number of students, because like for example, if we get just 8 or 10 students, then that would actually not justify. Because for 8 to 10 students, opening up of a new stream will have to appoint as many as 4 to 5 teachers, so that person will not be justifiable. So depending on the number of students, like for example, if we get at least 30 to 40 students, say for example opening up of a new stream in science in any government high secondary school, then that proposal can be sent to us. Accordingly, we will take the approval of the cabinet, and after the cabinet approval is being given, then we will also give instructions to all the DSEOs to go ahead with the admission process, to go ahead with the new academic session, and for the time being, till the regular recruitment is being done, then the temporary appointment can be given to all the teachers. So another point which we discussed was with regards to opening up of new shifts. So like for example in Baghmara, the DSEO informed that the response from the students with regards to opening of morning shift is very good. Like for example, in Baghmara, considering these 2 institutions, Baghmara Government High Secondary School and Captain Williamson Sangma Memorial College. So we are expecting as many as 350 students. So for that, we have instructed the DSEO to send us the proposal, and accordingly that will be taken up before the cabinet.
Well,
as of now, we had given instructions to all the DSEOs to actually go ahead with the supplying the admission forms to all the students. So in accordance with this, because tomorrow all the proposals will be finalized by the DSAOs before we take it up with the cabinet. So by tomorrow, when all the proposals for opening up of new streams and opening up of new shifts have been received by the DSAOs, then the government will take a call on when to actually close the admission and to also start, fixing the date for the start of the new academic session.
How much is the budget?
See, as as per the calculation that we did earlier, taking into consideration the number of government institutions that we have. So initially we experienced that there was a shortfall, but we have taken into account the number of private institutions that we have with us. So going by the data and the number of private institutions that we have, so the data shows that the numbers will actually be sufficient to accommodate all the students, including the upcoming CBSE results and also the ICSE results. See, if we combine both the government institutions and also the private institutions, because I'll tell you, even private institutions also, like for example, the private secondary schools. So last time we had instructed all the DSEOs to actually collect the data of all those private secondary schools who are willing to upgrade. So many of these government secondary schools are actually willing to upgrade to class 11. So taking into account this factor also, we should be safe.
Well,
See, I had told you in the very beginning that depending on the proposals that we get from the DSEOs, so the DSOs will assess the total number of students that actually opt for the new streams, and accordingly a decision will be taken by the government. So that has to be taken to the cabinet for approval. So the recruitment of teachers will also be added in this. So like I told you in the very beginning, in the initial phase, because the recruitment process will take some time, so temporary recruitment will be done for the time being, and later on the normal recruitment will be done by the Meghalaya Education Recruitment Board. You mean the admission process, right?
Starting of the classes.
Starting of the classes. See, we are, looking at 1st of June, all right? But of course, a final decision will be taken. But as our Commissioner and Secretary had informed just now, that we are looking at 1st June for the start of the new academic session. But a definite date will be given once the proposals are submitted by all the DSEOs tomorrow.
Also,